A new era begins.
Underneath it all is
Hi folks, Dan at the Surplus Store. Today we have a pre-release from Ares Airsoft, due out for public consumption around about the time this video is due to drop, if it isn't already with us. This is Ares Answer to the world's latest must-have ultimate short-barreled 9mm style CQB rifle, first popularised by G&G's ARP9. Check out the M45 X-Class M4 Pistol here.
You can have this feeling anytime you choose.
This rifle has some nifty features built in, some great ideas, some slightly more questionable. Let's start with the good ones. Taking a cue from G&P's Transformer range, this has a completely toolless removable front end, allowing you to swap between the ultra short stubby rail to any other rail that Ares chooses to release. Obviously this will have an effect on the FPS, but gives you a rifle that you can use both in CQB and outside in the woodland fields too. It's not supplied with a secondary rail, but there are photos out there on the internet showing a medium length rail, so hopefully it's on its way. This makes the hop-up chamber proprietary, so no pro wins in there for you upgrade monkeys, but the barrel and hot rubber are standard AEG, so good to go. The ambi selector switch is another great addition. You'd be surprised how many rifles don't have those these days. Multiple capacity magazine. What they mean is it's supplied with two different capacity magazines, both direct spring mid caps, the smaller one taking 55 to 58 BBs and the larger one holding up to 120. Now I'm a little bit vague with these numbers, as the larger one feels like the spring has been damaged and it's having some feeding problems, so may have a slightly lower official capacity. This is most likely as this didn't come to us first and shows a few signs of having been taken apart. I'm pretty confident the released version should work fine, just don't overload it. A first, at least for something I've had a play on, this uses Ares' new super slim motor, which makes the grip a lot slimmer, something you'll notice immediately when you pick it up. It's not quite real steel slim, but it's getting close. It's also quite torquey, but as the rifle's running such a strong spring to compensate for the short barrel, you'll need an 11.1 volt battery to get a respectable single shot or full auto. Using the standard Ares magnetic sensor gears and EFCS, that's electronic fire control system to the rest of us, there's no need to look at MOSFETs or anything to protect the trigger contacts because, well, it doesn't have them. The flip side is it makes it a little more difficult to upgrade the gears if you want to down the line. Not impossible, just a little more difficult. It feels great. Metal body, metal rail, the changing rail locks into place incredibly securely, the folding stock clips in perfectly and it tucks into your shoulder like a dream. But here is where it gets complicated. If you've seen my other Ares reviews, you'll know that although I think they make great guns, they always seem to shoot themselves in the foot at some point during the design process. Round sears and volume ratios on the strikers, awkward hop chambers built into gearboxes, parts made from soft cheese, plastic gearboxes, that sort of thing. Their hearts are in the right place, but something just goes squiffy. Here they've made a folding stock rifle that can't fire with the stock folded. And yes, they sell it as a pistol M4. Then there's the issue of the exposed contacts. Yes, when the stock is folded, these contacts are live and proud. Now, I know most of you are not in the practice of storing loose change in your rifle cases, but this looks like a gun designed to be folded and dropped in a bag, and I know a lot of people that don't unplug their batteries before putting their fuse away. There's no fuse in the stock, and if you're running it on a LiPo, which, as there's no space for a nickel metal hydride, you kinda have to, at some point you could get into some very hot water should those contacts get shorted. Ares, what on earth were you thinking? So what do you reckon, folks? The one I've been playing with is a pre-release version, so may not be the final spec you get on release day. Just check out our previous video on the Bolt MP5 to see proof of that. That being said, if we put aside the weird decision with the folding stock, this is a pretty solid rifle. Just don't store your batteries plugged in. Now, I get it, Ares, this is an extra level of safety, meaning the trigger electronics can't drain the batteries flat if you store it with the stock folded. But seriously, this is how you do it? We'll have them in stock when they're available, but each is coming with a safety warning.
You can have this feeling anytime you choose.
I hope you enjoyed the video, folks. This sparky little rifle is probably going to be a very controversial one. If you like the video, please give us a like and subscribe here. Oh, and I hear there's some gubbins about a little bell you need to push too. Here's a couple of videos you may like. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Oh, and yeah, we melted the Tamiya showing you that spark, so don't try this at home. We do it so you don't have to.